We on.
What's the
Mic
word?
check. One, two,
Okay.
1, 2.
All right.
On the
We gonna
podcast,
start
what
with
you
Stephanie's
gonna
favorite
do?
word, manifest.
Manifest. I just get them words off my chest. Smoking on that great old cess. Sitting back cause I'm a Buddha, bless the mic all the time. God damn, got a freestyle rhyme. This ain't a freestyle, it's off the top. God damn, I let it drop. Got the vodka in my system. Now I'm feeling the wisdom. And I don't know what's coming out next cause my words a little slurred. Vision's kind of blurred cause I smoked on that herb.
And I know that you heard, so she threw the word manifest. You know I'm real blessed. I gotta take it to the streets cause I'm about success. We about to boss up cause that's what we do.
Yeah.
We put it in the air, hope the dreams come true.
Sir.
I don't know what else to say. I'ma put it to my girl Kayla. You know that you could talk about the universe and Himalayas and saging and all that shit. So go girl, what's next?
What she really talking about is them front lace and them weaves, because she be doing the hair so clear and with no haste and no fear.
What? Oh my God!
She said, in the clanks, in the hair, in the fear, in the, I done lost the word, but I'm gonna keep it going till I get back
Her face though, like you knew she thought she was flowing, like because the herb in the way and the lace front in the way, like what?
That's what you do though. You just keep going until you figure it out.
Yeah,
That's what you
go ahead,
do.
Kayla.
Freestyling is
Nah,
hard.
you good because you saved my ass.
Freestyling is hard.
I'm good.
Well,
I will
welcome,
sit back here.
Charles Chucky Carter,
Yes,
to
sir.
I Am Boss podcast.
I
So
Am Boss.
at the beginning of the show, before we start anything besides acting a freaking fool, is we bring our glasses to the center, and on the count of 3, we say boss up. 1, 2, 3.
Boss up.
The thrill of victory comes with the agony of defeat. This life ain't for everybody. You don't know what it cost me, but no pressure, no pressure. I was made for this life. No diamonds, made for this life. No diamonds, no pressure, no diamonds.
Clank.
We
Sorry.
gotta get a clink in
So
there.
this is different because you are actually like people say, "Oh, we family." Nah, you legit family.
Yes, sir.
You not just walking up to the family reunion and be like, "What up, Cousin Pete?" Nah, you family, you cousin for real. You are our first cousin,
The oldest.
my oldest cousin,
The oldest.
one of my favorite cousins. You've
Yes,
always
sir.
been the favorite. Sorry, everybody else, but
Sorry,
know.
it's not
It's okay.
I know, but
because I'm his favorite.
oh, for real.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'm everybody's favorite.
You
That's
really
how
are the favorite.
I'm everybody's favorite.
But guess who's favorite? Guess who was the favorite?
That's because you made me a bracelet. See, they don't know.
Yeah,
She made me the little bracelet. And then what did I get you?
You got
And
me a
something
necklace,
broke,
and I
and Brenda
cried.
called me and was like, "Yo, she cried because the
I
necklace
did,
broke."
I
I'm like,
did. I used to love some Lil Chucky when I mean I still do, but like he was my favorite, and I think it's because they say I was your dad's favorite.
oh, it could have been.
Yeah, see, people they don't know all that, but that he used to call me pie face and stuff. They said, but rest in peace, Uncle Chucky. But Chucky, you are family, legit family, real family, blood family, and we're so glad to have you here on the podcast today.
I'm glad y'all having me.
Yeah, we're just gonna kick it and kick back because that's kind of what we do.
Okay.
Yep, and get some little conversations popping off because
Should I be scared?
Well, you
might
and I
wanna
go
be.
way back for like 1976 when I was born because you came first, I came second.
What year were you born?
75.
Yeah,
75.
Oh, y'all just a
So
year.
we go.
That's why you playing them Candy Crush games.
Yes, sir. I stay in my lane.
Hold
See,
on,
I stay in
Kayla.
my
Don't be
lane.
putting our family out like that, but he
I
was
stay in my
playing Candy
lane. I
Crush
stay
before
in my
the
lane.
show.
I stay in my lane.
So yes, we go way back. But I have watched you go from being like the most popular kid at school, football, on to being a young adult, a hot damn mess, a fool.
That's okay.
You was a hot boy.
I was a hot boy.
He was a hot boy.
Oh, what's the definition of hot boy?
Yeah, I
now?
was gonna say, what's your definition?
What's your definition of hot boy?
Hold on, let me get rid of these batteries. They bothering me. a hot boy.
We talked about Hot Boy a couple episodes ago.
Yeah, but that's because I would say something different, but he my family, so we just gonna keep it.
So
PG.
what's a Hot Boy? Because when I think of Hot Boy, I think of
Juvenile,
Lil Wayne, Hot Boy.
Back
1999 and the 2000 Hot Boy. So what's your definition of
All
Hot Boy?
the girls was trying to back that thing up on this here guy right here. Hey. All the ladies loved Chucky. Okay, I mean girls was being my friends just to get to him. I'm like, y'all thought y'all was coming to hang with me. They was like, nah, we heard he got that. I'm like, see, that's my cousin. I don't
And she
have
ain't
time
put me
for
on the
all
nut.
that. Use a lot. You use my house for a couple things. We'll talk about that a little later.
Okay.
We'll talk about that a little later. We don't want to get you in trouble because you're a married man now.
But hold on.
He's married now.
But before the marriage, so were you a hot boy or not?
Yeah, I was.
So what's your definition of a hot boy?
Pimping.
Pimping.
Big pimping. I mean, I don't consider it a hot boy or all that because I ain't do nothing that nobody ain't let me do. So
He was the JayZ before he met Beyonce.
yeah, I mean, I didn't do nothing nobody let me do. So
But does being an attractive guy make you a hot boy? Can't he
No,
just be an attractive gigolo? You gotta have a third leg. Oh, I understand. I don't want to know about that, but they say like, so in order to be a hot boy, you gotta have a third leg.
I guess so, because that's how he was. And they literally, I don't know.
The flockers were flocking.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What?
So you had thoughts.
Before they were thoughts.
Before they were thoughts.
No, that's the thing. I hate how they say that before they were thoughts. There were thoughts in the 90s. If you look at the 90s
but we
videos,
ain't call them thoughts. We call them chicken heads.
Chicken heads.
We call them chicken heads.
Okay, so that's better. So you're right. I take that back. So you had the chicken heads.
I had chicken
Bald heads, scallywags. Ain't had no hair in the back.
He did.
You had those?
Yeah.
You took them all.
No, I ain't take them all. I ain't take them all.
You had a little bit of standards.
You had standards.
No, I had standards.
Man, he's grown
Probably
up
too
to
drunk,
he has
and
grown
then
up
you know
to
the
be.
standards might drop a little bit, but you wake up in the morning, you be like, "Ooh, should have did that."
But you grew up to be a very fine young man, I must say.
Thank you.
Father,
I appreciate it.
And I'm gonna give you your flowers. I always do though.
You do.
You had twins.
I did.
How old were you when you had your twins?
26.
26.
So that's pretty late though.
No,
26,
it's, I
27.
mean,
That's young.
but he wasn't a 26-year-old. He was still.
No, all my other
You
friends
got
already
caught
had
slipping,
kids.
but you got caught slipping. Like you know what I mean? You were still out there like that. You wasn't ready for no
But
relationship.
26 is a
commitment.
great age though. That wasn't.
It is when you're ready to be settled down, which he was not.
All my friends already had kids.
Oh.
So
But he wasn't ready to be settled down. But this is why I give him his flowers, because he wasn't really there. He was out here. He was out there.
I escaped a few though.
He was out there.
So would you say your twins kind of changed you and humbled you?
Oh, definitely.
He stepped up.
Definitely.
Stepped up.
Once I had them, I had to change my whole train of thought because my train of thought is if I don't raise my kids, then who will? And I refuse to have somebody else raise my kids.
Facts.
So that's when my whole thing changed. So, and they played a big part in it. They don't even know it, but they played a big part in it.
That's good.
So.
And sometimes
There's
that's
some
what
good
it takes.
kids too. They're
You
good
do. You
young
have
men.
great kids.
Yeah.
They ain't even babies no more.
Nah.
But I'll see them that way.
I tried to get them to take a drink. They won't even take a drink.
They don't drink?
They still haven't taken
They're
a drink.
21?
They're like, no,
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh, Trevin and Devin, they 21. Shout out to
Yeah,
Trevin
and I
and
was
Devin.
like, I tried to get them to take a drink. They was like, "No, Dad, I'm all right." That's how they sound. No, Dad, I'm all right.
Well, because that's how they are. And I always say to him, like, how your kids, not, maybe I'm saying it wrong, but why your kids that good? How they that good?
You do
I
have
got
great
lucky.
When
kids.
you,
got
well,
lucky.
maybe not lucky. You did a good job.
I
But
did a good job, but it was
wild.
still luck.
You was wild.
You're blessed.
Yeah, I was. But
Yeah.
I'm glad they not like me.
are
I'm glad they not like me because I was wild. So no, but the problem is when they get their first piece, then what's gonna happen? They gonna be stuck.
They gonna be in love.
gonna be
They
in
might get
love.
married.
Yeah, they're gonna be in love.
So if they waited this long, they might as well keep going.
No,
Yeah.
we gotta
'Cause you
inspect
don't
them because
know
we gotta
what
make sure
you
they don't
got
get the
till
wrong
it's
one.
gone.
There's gonna be a line of us just all stand in line. Everybody do their little check, and then we meet up at the end. Be like, nah, or okay, that's good.
She ain't the
You're a
one.
hot mess. They probably like, they ain't never gonna bring nobody home to you, know it.
Right.
I will be the last one to know. Trust me on that one. I'm always the last one to know everything. Everybody Somebody always tell me everything last. As soon as I find out, then everybody else already knew.
But that's just a father thing, I think. I think the dads are always the last one to know.
Yeah.
Especially like the hip dads and the dads that are involved. You never want to tell your dad too much. So that you literally wait till the last minute. Like your mother knows. We've been dating for like 8 months. Then you finally show the dad, and they be like, "Oh, you just met this guy?" Nah, he been around for like almost a year. You just met him.
Like I told you.
Yeah.
No, you just gotta make sure they the right ones to meet mom.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did. Like, not everybody met mom. You had your ones that we just partied, and then you had your ones that could meet mom. If they met mom, which means I invited you to my house to meet my mom. I ain't just talking about on the street. I ain't talking about you bumped into us and we was out on the street. No, if I brought you to the house to meet my moms, then you was a real one. So
That's
you
how
you had potential.
And how many real ones did you take to Miss Pam's house?
Probably about 4.
You had 4 loves, or they were
4.
just 4 that you thought might have been?
4 that I might have thought.
That's impressive though to be 4.
How many
'Cause
times
I
you been in
brought
love
about
though?
Twice.
Twice. You lucky. Not, you must be a lucky person then. I can't curse because my mom said I can't curse. So I was gonna say a MF, but you
Motherfucker. Sorry, auntie.
you are really lucky because most people say you only get love once,
True.
like real love once, right?
True.
How many times do you think you've been in love?
Once.
What about you?
I don't know.
But I do think.
But
you
you're
can
young.
have-
I
Who
was
was you in
young.
love with? Tell us which one.
I think I love my ex, but I'm in love with my husband. Like he's the first
Which
person.
ex? The one that wouldn't leave a house over there?
Oh, you
in the
tried
house? Or
it. You tried
which-
it. No, I did not love that one.
Oh, the one that was in
College.
Kind of pooped itself.
Seriously,
You
that's
with a
not
man that shit
necessary. No, we not going
I
there. Why
think
would
that
you
you
do
can
that?
love more than once.
He shit
though.
himself.
I
We
think
can-
it's
We're going to talk about that later. I ain't
definitely
gonna- I'm not
get
gonna
them.
go
Get
right
them. Tell us cut shit.
now. Okay.
Y'all didn't ask
Yeah.
me.
Cut shit.
How many
She
times?
can't
How many
focus
times you
now.
been in love?
Twice.
Okay.
Twice?
Twice.
Okay.
Yeah, I even got married and wasn't
Do I
in
know
love.
both of them?
Yeah,
Okay.
but I even got married and wasn't in love. Like that's some crazy stuff. Like
Yeah,
I
why
had
did you do
a
that?
child so young, and I don't know. I guess I thought that's what I should have been doing. Like
Okay.
because I had a baby with him, and what else was I supposed to do? But I was doing a lot of other things too. I mean, you was a hot boy. I was like a hot boy too. Because like I wasn't a hot girl, but I was like running the thing. Like I was running the whole show. But like, yeah, that was like one time in my life. And that was like a real painful time. Like,
But you had to have loved him if you had a baby by him.
not really.
And you married him.
No.
You have a love for him because he's a part of your child. So therefore
yeah,
you
after the fact. That grew later though. That grew really later. Like I liked him. I don't think I love myself. I really don't know if I knew what love was. I started dating him when I was like 15. Who the heck knows what love is then? He gave me a lot of things. And so I got to drive his cars. I got to go out, like do things. And yeah, I slipped up and got pregnant.
He let you drive his car?
Yeah.
Oh, he
And,
said-
I mean, like I could do whatever.
So you loved him for the things that
For the
he
things.
could do, but you don't know.
And
if
then
you
I
were
was
in
mad
love
with my
him.
mom because I wanted to be this person that just go out, do this and that, and she wasn't trying to let me go. So then I moved with him. And I was like, well, because I can do whatever I want there, not thinking like, no, you getting into a relationship with somebody, so you're going to have rules there too.
Right.
I should have stayed my ass at home like she told me to, but I didn't. So it was just like I was going down a rabbit hole, and it was terrible. It really was terrible. We don't want tears today.
You can have love for somebody and then there's in love. Like I am in love with my husband. He is the first man that has seen me with my flaws and all. I had a love for my ex who was in college. I did. I loved him. I loved the relationship, you know, the time that we spent together. He's a big part of my life. I loved his family. So there's being in love and then there's having love for someone.
I agree.
And have
I
I,
agree, yeah.
I
have
agree.
I been in love before? Yes, I've only been in love once. But have I had a special love in a place? Has someone had a special place in my heart? Yes, probably twice, or in my last. And I think that's how most, if you say you don't love, like if you say you've never loved someone, I think that's, you got to have self-reflection with yourself or a conversation with yourself.
They lying.
Because you did love that man, because you wouldn't have did
in love.
So you had love
Yeah.
for him.
Yeah, like yeah, of course.
So
like
then
as a
been-
person, but the things that I did to him like was trifle. Like, you don't love somebody if you do those kind of things. Like, so
You're not in love with
Yeah, I
somebody
wasn't
if you
in
don't
But
love.
do
with
love
that
will
type of thing.
cause you to do crazy things.
No, but it
That
wasn't
is
like
true,
with
too.
him. It was with others.
But I'm
So
saying,
like, it
love
wasn't-
can like maybe you. I don't know how to word it, but I'm saying like love can cause you to do some weird stuff that you never thought that you would do before. Like I know I've done some things that I thought was love, and I'm like, dang, I can't believe I just did that. Y'all never did nothing crazy like.
If I did
Slash
it
his
crazy-
tires.
Or like something like, okay, I'm doing this because I don't want to hurt you. Like I love you enough to where I'm not gonna like let you see this or hurt you or something. I'm just playing like an advocate or something. Like I don't know. You said you didn't. So okay, forget it. Never mind. I was trying to go somewhere with it, but
I did it. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna lie. If I did it,
So
I
you-
did it.
Yeah.
okay,
I ain't care about your feelings.
okay. But sometimes people say like I love you enough to where I'm not gonna let you see this or whatever. Or I love you enough that I'm gonna walk away or
That
do
dude was
this.
driving looking for me, okay? He was knocking on the door. I was in the back. I walked out the back door, went around the corner, went and then rode through. It was like, why are you here? But I really wasn't inside.
Or some people are
I'm just
like,
saying,
look, like I
it
love
was
you
crazy.
enough
That's not love.
that I'ma hide all the shit that I did.
That's what I'm
or
saying,
all the
yeah.
BS that you really I
'Cause-
don't want you to see, because if you see it, it's gonna hurt your feelings, and I'm gonna feel bad.
That's
guilty,
what
I
I'm
have
blah,
saying.
had
blah,
that
blah,
kind of
blah,
love.
blah.
Just
That's
not with
what
that
I
one.
meant. Like
Okay,
you love
gotcha.
somebody enough so that you don't want them to see what you're doing. or
Yes, but I
whatever.
feel like that's just love. You're not in love, because if you're in love, I feel like you don't really. Well, no, technically, I think that everybody does make mistakes. Everybody's human. It can happen. You can make mistakes. And I do think, like, I believe in second chances. You should be able to give somebody second chances, or you should be able to forgive, whatever.
Depends on what
But
happens.
yes, it definitely
Some
does
things
depend.
ain't
Yes,
forgivable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Some things are
Some
just
things
like
don't get second
you
chances.
gotta
So
go.
what doesn't get a second
Yeah,
chance?
right.
Yeah, what doesn't get
What
a
are
second
some things
chance?
that don't get second
What are
chances?
your
From a male's perspective, like what are some things
Ding,
like,
ding,
hey,
ding.
One
Yeah.
thing that don't get a second chance, if you have a baby by another dude, you're not
yeah.
getting a second chance. I don't
Yeah.
care what it is.
that's a lot.
Yeah,
That's
that is a lot.
If you're together and they have a baby.
Yes, like that's not
So
something
no,
I'm looking past.
no Gabby
we're
Unions
done.
and D Wades.
I don't care how much I liked you,
Or
loved you,
Tristan-
whatever. We're
Tristan,
done.
what's his
Tristan
name?
and Chloe.
And Chloe,
Wow,
Oh, yeah, she
that's
bugging.
unforgivable. You're right.
And I do know people who have they have forgiven those things.
I know
Are they
people
still
that
together?
have.
Yeah.
I know people that have, but I'm not
Yeah.
one to do it.
Older
Like,
people though, definitely older couples.
Yeah, that's probably
Mm-hmm.
something that definitely older people back in the day used to do, because sisters would have babies with the same people, or like
I
you
know,
know what I'm
it's
saying?
so weird.
Like that happened.
Yeah,
a
that's
lot.
not flying.
Yeah, what
That's
were
not
people
flying in
thinking?
2022.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Sisters having babies by the
Yes.
same dude?
Yeah,
Yes.
or people raising other people's
What?
kids knowing that they ain't theirs.
Look, I know
Making people have kids
I
and
know,
knowing
I
they
know
ain't theirs.
people. I know people. It's definitely an older generation, but yeah.
But that's how you see some people like, oh, that's my cousin on both ends. You're like, what?
Yes.
But that's
Cousin
how
and
everything.
brothers and sisters.
Yes.
They brothers and
Yes,
sisters and cousins.
yes.
Yeah, a lot of people.
You must not know enough people. In
Oh my
Frederick.
gosh, come on.
Yeah, you must not know people. You gotta
must not
step
know
out.
people.
But that's a real thing. If that's a real thing, comment, because
Yeah.
I know we not tripping. Real, is that a real thing? Have you heard of that?
Do you have
Yep, he's heard of it.
I
He's
thought
shaking
that was
his
like
head.
West Virginia. I didn't know that was
No.
French.
Yeah, that happens.
Sister wives.
I mean, Montgomery
What?
County too, and
That
our family
happens.
too. But I
Yeah.
ain't gonna talk about it.
Yeah,
Or
that
maybe
happens.
I will. So
Yeah, that
Oh.
happens. That happens a lot.
Oh,
But
Lord.
so there are just some things that are unforgivable. Like, so having a baby on somebody, that's definitely, I don't think I could forgive
What
that
else? I
either.
couldn't forgive that either. That would just be too much.
Nah, you have a baby? Nah, we're done.
Yeah.
what about? I have a situation. What about if you found out? I'm gonna say this for the women, because you probably ain't gonna care. You ignorant. You ignorant. What if you're not? I know our husbands would never, because they're just not this person. But hypothetically speaking, we're not married to the ones that we're married to. We're married. We're happy. Da da da. And our husbands, we find out that they're sleeping with other men.
Whoa.
What?
That's,
Is that a no go?
that is a heck
He's
no.
you see in his
Yeah,
phone
no.
that he is texting someone else telling them of his escapades and
Yeah,
how the other
no.
man is
That's-
dressing him up in girls' panties.
that's
and stuff. Like,
unforgivable.
you looking
Divorce. No, that is,
No.
and I'm beating you up. Like, that is nasty,
No,
because if you doing
I'm
that,
questioning everything
Yes.
at that point, and we is done.
We're done. And I'm going to be crying, going to the clinic, trying to make sure my stuff is good because you're just nasty.
Well, y'all looked at me funny, but these things happen out here.
That does.
It happens out here. I just recently learned of this.
From a male's point of view.
Mess around, get monkeypox.
From a male point of view.
That's not funny.
It ain't funny, but that's nasty. Now you got
COVID. We out here hanging out.
Nah, monkeypox.
COVID's like a cold now.
Yeah, monkeypox is something different.
Well, shoot,
I don't want no
testing.
That's
it's the
nasty.
first stage. It's the first
Bump
stage of
blisters.
COVID.
What Kevin Hart say? Bump blisters.
Bum bump.
Bum,
Bum,
bum.
bump lip. Like, no.
Now, on the flip side of that question, I will be mad if my wife did that but didn't include me.
See, that's why I said you.
Then I would be mad. If you didn't include me, then I got a problem with that.
So that's kind of like what happened. The person that found out.
Standard here.
That's what happened. The person that found out, the husband was trying to ask her, "Can we invite a man in?" I mean, she said no. I'd have been like, "Which one? Oh, I know. Would you? Am I picking or you picking?"
But him asking to invite a husband.
That's questionable.
Another guy.
Yes.
That's questionable,
That's
right? That's what I would think.
What you
If my
trying to
husband
do?
would sit and ask me, "Can we bring another?" I mean, like I said, I'd be like, "Are you picking or me?" But
Another man?
yes, but he would never say that. But I'm saying
Oh.
if he did, yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
What did we just say last week?
Are
we
you
may
sure?
not cheat, but we
Are
know who
you
got
sure?
next.
We do know who got next, but I mean, I don't know who. I used to know who had next.
Right.
You might not
This
even
one.
know who got next because you might be going to the clinic next.
Well,
Yeah,
if
you're
my
not-
man
you're not
asked to
following
do
us yet.
Another
But-
man, I'd be mad.
So this is what I said. That's what I said. I was just like, wow, he asked me that. I would have known.
Listen, I'm so basic. He can't even ask me, can we bring another woman? Because I'm so I'd be mad as heck. Like, I'd be like, you don't ever do that to me. Why you doing that? Why are you hitting it like that?
You looking
don't
like
do
that.
that to
Right.
me. So I can't even do a threesome because I'll beat
it's
her
gonna
in his
destroy
back.
it. It's gonna destroy
Like,
it.
you'll never
It's
be
gonna
stroked
destroy
like
it.
it
It's gonna
would,
destroy
and that's why I
it.
can't do it because I'd be like, yo,
It's not a good
you don't move your
thing.
tongue like that with me. Why your toes curling like that? I would ruin his whole experience.
Right.
Oh, you like when she do that?
You moaning?
Oh, no,
Did
right?
you just moan?
Did you just fucking roll your eyes in the back of your head? This is over.
Time
This
out.
is over.
This is done.
Yeah, so he would have no fun because I just can't do that because no.
Would Jennifer let you bring someone in?
Hell no.
Jen is not having
no,
it.
she not having that. You
I don't
crazy?
blame her.
I already knew the answer.
But hell no.
We good.
If
We
I
good.
even
She
joked
good.
around
We good.
asking, she'd be like, "You gonna let me bring another man?" And I'd be like, "Nah,
That's my
never mind. I don't need it that bad."
And if you're doing what you need to do you really need to bring a third person? And people are like, oh, it's the fantasy. It's the fun.
Not just that, but some
Like,
men
why?
think
Go to
that
Pornhub.com.
having a whole nother person into the relationship is like another helpmate. They can help with the kids. They can help financially.
They can help get on your nerves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can help get on your nerves.
That's no. That's
Well,
a lot.
what
How
I
about
know.
you come help do this laundry,
No, right.
help clean up, help do this, help do that before we talk about help doing other things.
You know what I told Nate? Because Nate kind of believes in that. Like, I believe if I were to say yes, he would definitely have
His cake
a
and eat it too.
polygamous relationship. And I said to him, no, but would you like a maid? And she can't be bad. We can get a maid.
Yeah,
we can get a
nannies-
nanny. We can get all of those things. But he or she will be ugly.
Nanny's got to have feet like Oprah Winfrey.
Yes.
Bunions. If you ain't got no bunions, you ain't coming in here.
Yeah, Jennifer
Point
talked
blank.
about that getting the maid, but she was like, "It's gonna take us forever because we ain't gonna agree." Because I'm telling you right now, if a cute one come, I'm gonna say nope. soon as she come up to the door, I'm gonna say nope.
You be
Turn
on
your ass
Lifetime
around.
next year.
Right.
Yeah, nah. It's not worth it. Like, if you got to do all that, I'm not
I'm
knocking
not having a
anybody.
male maid. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
be honest. Ain't no dude doing my drawers.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just gonna be honest. It's not gonna happen
Yeah.
with me. It's not gonna happen with me.
I mean, if you got to do all that, I just think it's too much. Like, I'm not knocking anybody who does the threesome, say do your thing. But if you got to do all that,
Dr.
then
Umar
it's
just married 2 women.
and he is another podcast episode. Dr. Umar. We could talk about him all day, but we're not going to talk about him today. He does the most. And I just don't feel like being, I don't feel like being woke today.
If you gonna have to, if you gonna do it the polygamous way,
Yeah.
they all got their own houses though. They're not in the same house. If
And,
you watch it,
and you can't
That's
do
true.
that.
they all got their own space, their own house.
Yeah, the women.
Yeah,
did.
and the
Yeah.
man runs the show. And I would be like, you was just over there last night. You got to go back again today? You ain't spend this much time with me?
She is serious.
Yeah, I would. That's what I know. I would.
That is real.
I wouldn't be able to
What?
do it. I'd be like,
I mean, she
so
is-
you going over there again tonight? Well, what's she cooking that I ain't cooking?
Well, you might be bending over that chair like you ain't bending
so
over.
she got a bruise on her elbow. I want a bruise on my elbow too. But see, that's why I couldn't do it. Sorry, I am passionate about that, but I wouldn't be able to do it. It's too much.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it.
Shout out to those who can. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm not sharing my wife, so.
Me either. But
I'm not sharing
that's
my
so
wife.
sweet.
what do you love about your wife? Tell us.
Everything.
Oh, like how did you know she was the one? Because Jen is amazing. You two are like an amazing couple. Y'all
The family. I mean, for me, if Jen came to me wanting to marry me and I was Charles, I'd have married her off her family. Like the functions are the functions.
I mean,
like
I love
y'all
it.
had the
cooking
best.
and the functions.
Y'all
the
had
family,
a good wedding,
mama,
and the fruit
grandma
was organic. I'm
Aunt,
still talking about that fruit.
Yeah.
Y'all, where did
We had a fun wedding.
y'all had a great wedding,
Man,
and it's
that was
different
good.
because it's two different cultures. I'm not gonna lie, that was my first, not interracial. Well, I guess like family wedding that merged two cultures. I've always been to all black weddings or white bride, black groom, but your wife is Puerto Rican. You're black, and we had a great time.
Sure did,
We
because
always
both
do.
party.
Yeah.
Y'all ever been to Puerto Rico?
No, because
Yes.
you never invite us.
Well, we gotta go.
Well, Toya probably has been.
I have. We got married there, but
Yeah.
no, the family.
So we should take a
Yeah.
family
what,
trip.
What was your question?
So what do you love about your wife? You said everything,
I do
but
love
like,
everything.
how did you know she was the one?
I just knew. Like, as a dude, we know. We know if we a dude. Like, we know, and we know by a certain time. Like, how Steve Harvey said in his book, but within 2 years, at least I knew within 2 years. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like, it's the things that she does. It's the little things more than the big things. So I can talk to her. We can talk about anything, and nothing's taboo. We might not agree on it. And before we used to get in big arguments because she's a Taurus and I'm a Capricorn. We bump heads.
That's a unique.
We bump heads,
yeah.
but it says there we can talk about anything, and then it gets to a point where if we don't agree and we know we ain't gonna agree, our thing is we agree to disagree, and we leave it alone because I'm not gonna see it her way, she's not gonna see it my way. There's no point in trying to fight and prove that your theory's right over the next person if y'all not gonna agree. So to avoid an argument that gets bad, that's stupid, we just say, okay, we'll agree to disagree. We move on.
Yeah. What advice would you give to? Because we always talk about like female singles and like try to give them advice and saying do this, do that. There are some males out here who want love too. Maybe they are hot boys. Maybe they are just not finding the right person. So what advice would you give to that male who's watching and is like, ain't no good women out here? Like, I don't know. I do want to settle down, but the streets just keep calling me.
I mean, if you want to settle down, you got to settle down. But it's I don't even say 50-50 anymore because I don't believe in 50-50. Like, if I'm only giving 50%, you only giving 50%, it ain't going to work. I say 100. So,
Oh, I like that.
so that's how
That's
I
that
say
over
it.
10 years of marriage talk right there.
Yeah, so that's what it is. Like, you're not always going to be right. And you're not always going to win your argument. So pick and choose which arguments. There's some things that you're going to just say, you know what? She got it. I'm done. She gonna win this one. And then there's some that you're gonna stand firm and like, no, I ain't having that. Like, no, I'm not going for that.
Yeah.
Right. So it has to be 50-50. But if you got one person that always wants to control it, it's never gonna work.
Did you feel like you had the model or the framework of how to have a healthy relationship? Like, I know some men use that as an excuse, like, I wasn't raised like this. I didn't get to see a black figure.
Because y'all know
Or I
my
didn't
father
have-
died young.
Right.
So, I mean, I seen my mother, but my mother didn't meet Butch until later on. So, no, I didn't really have it. It's just something that I wanted. Like, so you got to be able to want to work at it. And you got to be able to get through conflict because you're not always going to win. I hear some people, and I tell them all the time, you ain't going to win every argument, so what's the point? What the fuck? You ain't going to win every argument. So you just got to pick and choose which ones you can say, you know what, I ain't tripping. And I'm a laid-back person, so I don't trip off much. So, but I don't trip off much.
No, you're a laid back person.
Yeah.
Well, you rah like I don't know what. Don't
I'm
get
rah-rah, but I'm laid
we should
back.
have had Jen on here. Jen, I
But
got
see-
your back.
But see, no, because Jen will tell you when we go on vacation and she be like, yo, you want to go do this? All right. You want to go do this? All right. I'm down to try whatever and have fun. Even if I'll try it. If I don't like it, I'll be like, oh, I don't like that. I don't want to do that again. But I'm down to try it at least once. And a lot of people aren't. And you got to be able to try it at least once. Like some people go, like, what I won't do, I'm not swimming with sharks. I don't give a damn. We go on vacation, I'm not
But
swimming
no,
with
that's
no
not what
sharks.
I'm talking
I wouldn't
about.
do that
I'm talking
either.
about, because I'm talking about when you are the type of person that when your mind is set at something, you ain't letting that go.
But that's the point I'm talking about. But Jen will back up then. when I get to
knowing
that
your
point.
spouse. And
Yeah,
that's growth.
that's when she knows. Okay,
Yeah.
his feet is firm and he's not budging on this.
She just lets you think you won.
Or same thing, just like with the arguments with her. Okay, I'll let her think she wins. In my mind, I'll be like, nah, she wrong.
Yeah, and it's kind of just like picking your battles.
Yeah.
And kind of like, is it really worth us going in a bad space? Just let it go.
Yeah,
I'm working
like
on
there's
that.
some things I know she's not gonna budge on, and if I know she's not gonna budge, I'm like, no, I ain't gonna argue.
Yeah, that's growth.
It is.
I'm still petty.
But
so
it took me a
I'm-
while. It took
I'm
me a
going
while
to
because
the
I wasn't
end.
like that with Relisha.
Right.
Like with Relisha, I
Oh
was like,
no. Well, whoa.
see, and with that, I was like, no.
But you have a different love and respect for your wife now, so it's like,
Right.
is it?
Right.
I love you enough to let you think that you won,
Right.
or to
And
walk
I'm older.
away.
And I'm older.
You're wiser.
Relisha got
Yeah.
the young me.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's why I
Jen
said
got
growth.
the middle age to older
growing.
now.
Yeah. No, but you guys
The-
have like
the
grown
Candy
together. You
Crush.
guys
Yeah.
just had an anniversary. How long y'all been married?
11 years.
11
Wow.
years.
11
So
years.
yeah, like you've grown in that. And it's so funny because I look at these guys and like the way that they go through their relationships, and they're really mature at it. And I don't know if it's because they've seen or if it's just like the advice given sometimes, because like I've spoken to both of them kind of about their stuff. Just like when me and Nate got married, I came to you, even though we've been married longer, but like y'all had y'all stuff together. I felt a little bit more even at the beginning. So
We just made it seem like that to everybody.
maybe
We
because
had
I
our
was
rough
rah
patches.
rah.
That's good though.
too.
No,
Keep
we
your
had our
stuff
rough
in the
patches.
home.
But yeah, no, and that's what I try to tell them too. You
But
know what I mean?
nobody
Like,
should know that though. If
Yeah.
you go
No.
through something,
That's
that's
right.
something that you
Yeah.
go through and you're able to work through together.
Yeah.
And not something that other people are able to work out for you, because technically that's not their battle. That's your
Right.
battle
Right.
together.
There you go.
They
Yeah.
didn't let a lot
Yeah.
of people into
Yeah.
their relationship.
Yeah.
And that's how it should
And I
be.
feel like that's good. That's growth. That's
You can-
that's saying something more than
progression.
You can have
That's
your
why
advisors.
families get along too.
You can have
because
your
can tell.
advisors, but you
Yeah.
can't have too many advisors.
correct.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's what I learned too through, counseling and things like that. Is like you can have those people that you seek advice from, like older people that you may know that have been married, but you keep family out of that, out of your marriage, because when you are done and you're ready to move on, they may not be. So they
Right.
still keep you in the past and things like that. So I'm not going to lie, that's something that I struggle with, and Art would be like, oh my gosh, but I'm doing better with that.
Yeah, see, I didn't know that. Like before me and Nate got together, I was with someone else, and they all fell in love with him. You did too. And then when I was like, I'm done, because I was the type, when I'm done, I'm done. Like I was like, boop. And then everybody, you was friends. I'm like, why you still friends? Like,
Yeah,
nah,
know that
we're
fact.
done. We're
cut
done.
Why
with
you talking
Yeah,
to him?
why
I'll be
done.
like,
And then her, you know what I mean? And then
It's gonna take them away. No, we ain't had no
Like-
goodbye party or nothing. Like you just gonna say
Nothing.
bye. Like,
and
no.
I didn't. But that's what I'm saying. Like when I was younger, that's what I would do. If I cut you off, I cut you off, and that was like, and I didn't bring too many people around them that young, except for the first husband, which that was tough.
we
breaking
loved him
up.
too.
Yes, breaking up with him, that was tough because you even moved in with him, and then y'all was
You
all,
can't
like,
get
it was
us
just a lot.
You cannot
I
do
was
that.
like, what
Because
the
now,
fuck?
if you let
I
Nate go, it's
divorced
gonna be the
him.
same
I'm done.
thing. Because
Yeah.
Nate,
I'm done. We're divorced. Y'all need to be done.
Yes.
Cut it
No,
off.
so now-
We're moving on to this one.
Nah,
And then 2 years after that, we
nah.
cutting that one off too, and now I'm with this one.
Nope.
But,
Well,
you know,
Nate's
it took a
stuck
long
now because
time.
now we love
Yeah.
Nate. We team
Yeah.
Nate. Nate ain't going nowhere. And if you cut him off, he's still in the family. Because Nate
Yeah.
then showed up and showed out for 2022. Give Nate his flowers.
You getting your flowers, Nate. You getting your
Nate
flowers.
is getting
He
his
ain't
flowers.
going nowhere.
Yeah,
He
Nate ain't
ain't
going
Yeah.
nowhere. And he's
He
here to
ain't
stay.
going
He ain't
nowhere.
going nowhere. So if you get rid of him, he's staying.
I
We
told
showing
him.
up to the cookout with Nate. He in the ice pack. He here.
Well,
He
you know,
bringing in the cooler.
It's funny that you say that because we just had a funeral in Nate's side of the family, and Jade was here before, and her kid's father was, a part of my mother-in-law's life. Like heavy, and the kids, like he always around for everything. And I really commended her. I said, "Yo, listen, he is here, like, and he's always been here. It doesn't matter who, either one of them. He got somebody else." Moved on, she got somebody, we don't know, he, him, whatever. But like he was there, and I was like, this is nice. And my mom and dad met him and his mom, and like it was amazing how they, like, a blended family could just sit there.
And that's
And-
that's that maturity though. When you are mature and at a place and comfort within yourself, hey, why not?
It was beautiful. It really was. And I know that you and, the twins' mother was always cool. You know what I mean? Like,
We've had our battles, but
at the
for
beginning,
the most part, no.
But yeah,
We work
like,
together.
Yeah, y'all work together, and your families, like, well, I don't know if her family is around, but like your mom worked with her.
No, I'm cool
and
with her
Jen
family though.
Worked with
I'm
her.
cool with her family.
Yeah, so
Y'all have
like,
a great blended family because
Yeah.
Jen has 2 kids previously
From a previous
from a previous, and then you have the twins. So y'all had to have a blended family, and I like how you raise. I say raise because you've been in their lives a long time too, Sierra and James. You don't really I never see you treat them like a stepkid. Like when you talk about them, like I always see you when you post Sierra, you be like my daughter or whatever, and she says my father. So do you not use those terms with her, like stepchildren?
I don't.
are they like bonus?
I don't. Nah, I call them
They're your
kids.
kids.
Those are my kids. Like, and Jen calls the twins her kids. Like, she don't say stepson, my stepkid. No, she don't say it. I think the only one who does is James. James calls me stepdad, and I don't have a problem with that. But when I refer to James, I say my son.
Right.
So,
Right.
and I always say I got 3 sons. I say my oldest James, and then I got the twins.
What advice would you give to somebody who? There are some people who say I won't date people with kids, or I won't do this. So, what advice you have to somebody who might have someone that's interested in them that has kids, but they're hesitant?
I mean, that's their prerogative, though. That's what they don't like. That they have a right not to like. If they say I don't want to date this person because they got kids, that's their prerogative.
Well, if they treat you so good, it's like seriously, like he loves you, sis.
I mean, sometimes you can, but sometimes it's hard.
I say don't close that door because it's hard for women and men to get together these days with all of the different aspects of people.
Right.
She's a different pronouns and this and that. And I mean the dating pool is this tiny.
The dating pool got
Don't
pee in
cut
it.
that man off or that woman off because they got kids. Figure it out before you just.
I mean, you got to be willing to take on that responsibility.
Yeah.
And if all men aren't ready to take on that responsibility, and I respect that, I'd rather tell a female, nah, I'm not ready to take on that responsibility than say, let's get into this. You get involved, the kids get attached to you, and then you like, you know what, I gotta go.
Got kids.
Yeah, it's like that's the worst.
No, if
But
I'm
kudos
ready
to
to
like
get
the men who do that because I feel like they have options. Like we
do.
said before, they can say no.
I don't like the ones.
Really, Toya?
I don't like the ones that's in it for.
I don't know that song.
You heard today.
I've heard today. That was so appropriate.
It was. You got it. Because I ain't have a song.
I don't like the
a
ones.
song was not on my heart. So go for it.
I don't like the ones that's in it just for the sex, and then the kids get attached, and then once
Exactly.
then they out.
And then they like,
So
where is
how?
this person?
Right. And that's the thing. So how long? This is a good question because I'm battling somebody with this. Because she just bring her kids around every guy. I'm like, yo, that's got to be traumatic for
Nah,
your
can't
child.
do
So
that.
how soon is too soon to bring your kid around someone?
6 months.
Or how
there
long
a
should you
number?
wait?
Is there a number? I don't think like
Is there a
there is
number?
a number.
I don't know if it's I don't know if it's really a number,
Nate
but
came the first day.
I tell you this.
He pulled
I would if a female introduced me to her kids right off the bat, I already knew right there I wasn't dealing with her.
Oh, why?
Because I felt like she just wanted a baby father.
Ah.
Jen, I didn't meet James and Sierra probably till like 4 months, 5 months after I had already been with Jen, which was good because then she wasn't looking for a baby father. She trying to get
Learn
me.
you. Yeah. You guys are learning
But
each other.
Any female that I used to meet, and they be like, "Yo, here's my kids," and they brought me around their kids off the break. I already knew in my head.
Yeah,
ain't
I
fooling
was
with
like
this
that
broad.
with a guy
Like,
that
no.
I met, that I dated from another state. He used to come down, and I literally would make him leave in the morning before Taylor would wake up, and then act like he's just coming to visit during the day. Like we'd hang out and stuff.
Yeah.
Like we could do those type of things at some point, but never like overnight. Like letting them see you like dating, kissing, stuff like that. I never did that.
I feel like
those
that's
types
the
of things.
boundaries, though,
I
because
didn't introduce Trevin and Devin to Jennifer right away.
Yeah.
And
I feel
you-
like
Like,
that's
because
a
I
lot
didn't know-
for your, not just for you, but for your kids.
Yeah.
It's like your kids. Like they're gonna have an like print in their mind of what
Yeah.
this person is.
Yeah.
And like, oh, like where are they? If they're not coming around anymore, it's just too much for the kids.
And think about
Yeah.
those kids who don't have the father figure or the mother. They get attached quick because
Right.
that's something
That
that
they're
they're
lacking.
yearning and
They're
that
lacking,
they want.
yeah.
So it's like, dang, so you got rid of Mr. Jeff? Yeah, he's gone. But here's Mr. Jackie or something, whatever.
Yeah.
Or here's Daddy
Yeah.
Scott. Like, and they like, so I got to get to know him. Then Daddy Scott gone. And it's like, dang. And then when you grow up, it's like,
Nah, because
thinking
then
back,
you
my
turn around,
mother
the
was
kids
a-
be like, Mr. J, can I fix you a drink? They just get used to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At some point. And then you got girls who are looking for a father and then they'll just
have
start
daddy
dating,
issues,
and then they start
yeah.
dating and stuff. So it's
I just think like if you are in that I can't say what I would do because I'm not there, but if that is the lane or the area of the life that you're in right now or the time frame that you're in, and you are trying to just be careful about who you bring around your kids. And plus within the news, like people bringing their boyfriends around their kids, and then these people are pedophiles or abusers.
Yep.
Like just be mindful of who you're bringing around your kid, like especially working in the school system. Like I hear so many stories about like, and it's the child's mother's
close to them, yeah.
boyfriend who is doing all that stuff. So I'm just like, just be careful.
But you know what? I wouldn't, even if they tried to do it, like if I knew females had kids, to get away from it, that's why I would always date, but say, let's go here. I want to take you here. I want to do this. So you'd have to take your kids and I got to find a babysitter. Okay, well, let me know when you can. Because that way you don't have to get attached. Because sometimes I'll be like, I ain't going to be with her long.
Right.
What's the point of me getting attached to the kids?
You already know.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
off the top what you want.
Nah,
from
I'm
that
trying to
woman.
hit and quit. I ain't got time to meet no
See,
kids right
that's
now.
what I'm saying.
And
Hot
that's,
boy.
but there are some women who need to hear that though, because they thinking like some females are out here like, I just want my kid to have a good daddy. Everybody is not in the mindset to be a daddy. You have a BBL, honey.
A lot of dudes.
And they want your butt. So some people just want the booty.
Or you got a flat butt.
A
Any
lot
flat
of
butts
dudes
making a comeback.
A lot of dudes
That's what
already
you
know
said.
if they want to hit and quit or stay already. So if you want to bring your kids around, a lot of them gonna be like, all right, but I ain't gonna be here long. So you just hurting your kids. Some people don't care. I cared. So
If I was a dude, I'd tell the kid,
Well,
like,
probably
listen,
because you
little
had.
Jack.
Is it when you had your boys though?
back.
So maybe because you had
I ain't
kids,
your
or was it
daddy.
before?
yes, no, even before I had the kids, I was like that.
So you was just mature.
Yeah, I was just like, no, because I got attached one time and really liked the kid. And I was like, dang, I don't even want to be with the mother, but I like the kid. So I ain't trying to hurt the kid. And then you know how your mothers can get you. Be like, well, if you ain't gonna see me, you ain't seeing my kid.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
An attachment is real. Like, all right, here's a real life story. So I know someone personally who was with someone dating, and then she ended up like taking care of her nieces and nephews because the sister was on some type of drugs or whatever. So they started this like, he was dating the girl. They started to raise the kids together, bringing them over his parents' house. They became the grandparents. So now they're not together anymore, but the kids are still attached to these grandparents. This guy goes out, gets married again, but this new wife is like, those ain't your kids. They ain't nothing. I don't want to have anything to do with these kids, and you need to cut them off.
Well, I'm cutting her off then.
Period.
I'm cutting her off then.
Are you now?
So
Like, you're not gonna tell me I'm not cutting no kids off and tarnishing them like that.
But-
if you can't accept them because they're a part of my life, I don't care if me and the mother together or not. If you can't accept them, then we done.
But the person has cut the kids off, the parents off, and has chosen his wife. So now we have these kids who are like, such and such doesn't even talk to us anymore because of his new wife. So it's like, why would you have even put yourself in that situation at such a young age?
Were they
anyway?
married? Were they married?
The couple, when they
Yeah.
took the nieces and nephews? No,
No.
they were
No.
boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah.
Still.
So somebody needed to make a mature
Yeah, so
decision.
now the wife, the new wife, these kids are growing. They've been attached to the family. So now you just expect the wife just
you
expects
can't
him
do
to
that
cut
to
the
the
kids
kids.
off. So
Yeah.
now he's chosen to
But what-
leave his entire family and just
what wife is like that though? Like that to me shows that's a red flag.
Yeah.
That's
to
a
me,
red
that would
flag
be
to
a
me.
red
Like
flag
that's
too,
your
yeah.
wife. Like
you
yo,
watching, that's
who's
a
like
red
that with
flag.
kids. Like grown adults, okay, but to kids,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
act
you
like
gotta
that to
think about it.
kids.
You gotta
I
have
feel like
issues.
she's more into her feelings and herself
Right.
than
Well,
it is like it's.
Do you think
it's
like it's an
kids. They're
insecurity?
innocent people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think it's
not,
an insecurity?
not
on
the
her
same
part,
thing.
The wife? Do you
It
think
must
she's
be because
insecure?
she's only worried about how she feels about
Right.
the situation.
And her
She's not worried
kids.
about what the kids feel.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the kids are the innocent people.
Right.
She's the adult in the
You would
situation.
leave your wife
That's
with
a
her
real
with
story.
y'all's kids over the stepkids?
He
that
thinking
want the
hard. His
stepkids?
jaw moving, boy. He thinking
I'm
hard.
just trying to figure this out because you dogged the wife. You was like, man, forget that. That wife is da 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 da. But that's your wife, and now y'all have kids. And he's telling you, I just want you, baby, to accept me with my stepkids.
They ain't just stepkids.
Well,
It's
they're my
somebody that
step-nieces
you
and
adopt.
nephews.
Yeah,
You adopt-
You stepped
they-
up and helped them out
Right.
like foster care.
That's stepped up,
But
whatever.
still.
And your wife says, heck no, we don't have nothing to do with them.
Well, then
You're
you
like,
should have known who you was getting
But
with
what
and who
you
you
gonna-
was marrying.
That's right,
gonna do?
Kayla.
Because At
what
this
you gonna
point,
do?
you should accept me.
Are you
flaws
leaving
and
your
all.
wife
If
and your
I
real
chose to
kids
take
for the
on something
stepkids?
before
I'm
you,
not-
then
I'm
you
not
should
leaving
accept
nobody.
it.
I'm standing
It shouldn't
firm in
even
the
be a
ground.
conversation.
Okay.
So it wouldn't be me
Right.
leaving her. It'd be like, look, these kids are a part of my life, point blank, period. And they gonna stay
And
a
if
part
she
of my
says
life.
I'm leaving, if you dealing
Okay,
with
then it wasn't meant to be.
That's
Yes,
fact.
basically.
Because to
Okay.
me, that's a red flag. Like
Yeah.
to me, you shouldn't be like that to kids.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Like if
No,
I
the kids don't have nothing to do with it. I'm a mama bear. Like, don't mess with
But
the
she's
kids.
taking
Yeah.
them away from the kid. It's the kids, because the family still associates with the kids. She don't like the parents.
Yeah,
so
he
she don't
can't.
want to
No
have
relationship with the parents.
no relationship
his own
with
parents.
with his own parents because they are like, we can't turn our back on
That
these
is
kids. Petty,
But see,
ignorant,
my
red
mother
flag.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
My mother would be like, no, I'm gonna
She
keep
got to
seeing
go.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mother would be like, I'm gonna keep seeing them. Like, you're not gonna
Yeah.
stop me from seeing them.
You
like,
never take that
I don't
stuff.
care if she don't like it, then she don't need to come over my house while they're here.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
just.
Yeah.
And
My
I
mother
just-
my mother still watches Trevin and Devin's little sister.
Right.
So
Yeah,
Jennifer
kid-
don't have a problem with that.
kids
Like,
shouldn't have nothing to do with it. I
Yeah.
think if you have a problem, like Kayla
I think they
said,
are off limits.
Yeah.
It is. Then it's you have an issue.
Yeah.
You have an
now,
issue.
if you're watching that, but the other one's causing problems, then that's a little different. Like if she's and
Right.
then
No,
causing
You can't
problems
have
with
somebody
everybody.
else causing a problem.
Yeah,
You're
no,
married.
then it's like, oh
Yeah.
no. But
There's
as
there's
long
no
as she's not
problems.
causing a problem, then,
Right.
Like
there's no problems. So you've been married a while, though. I do have this question because we talked about intimacy on the last show, and it's always good to get a male's perspective. So you've been married for 11 years.
Mm-hmm.
What is intimacy to you? Are y'all doing it or doing it?
Are you
Sorry.
rabbiting or are you long stroke?
Are you 7 minutes or 10 minutes?
depends
5
on the time.
10.
Depends on the time.
Are y'all doing it every day?
No.
Okay.
Are you mad about that? Like,
Yeah,
are
do you
you
get
in every day?
mad?
I need it every day.
No.
No.
No, I don't need it every day.
They say because as the man gets older, their sex drive goes down, and
The
as the
women's
woman
goes
is
up.
like, "Rawr, Marcus, dog." So it
No.
sucks. So I tell Art, I'm like, prepare yourself, slow down, because when I get in my 40s, you ain't gonna be able to keep up with me, brother.
No, but every day, no. If she wanted to do it every day, I would.
Right.
Oh, so she don't want to do it every day.
No, it's just when it's in the mood. Like sometimes she set it off, sometimes I set it off.
Because some people be thinking it's a limit, like you got to do it every day. Every married
I
couple
mean,
out here
everybody's
is
sex
doing it
drive is
every day.
different.
That's facts.
But some might like it every day. Others might be like, I don't need it every day. So.
Yeah, Nate has said he wanted it every day, but he be falling asleep before we even get to the bedroom. So I'm like, cool. But he's the type that'll wake me up in the middle of the night.
Right.
And I used to be like, nah, I'm asleep, because when I'm asleep, then I get up.
Right.
And then it was one time that I was like, yo, all right, fine, I'm going to wake up. He gave me like 2 hours. I was like, I'm not ready to be done. And he's going. I was like, you better work. I'll give you a couple minutes. You better get back to it.
Yeah.
Because
You can do it, put your back into it.
Right.
Hey.
I can
So-
do it, put your
I'm telling you.
Sometimes it's rapid,
But yeah, no,
sometimes it's
we're
long
more
stroke.
morning people though, honestly, because we fall asleep and then in the morning it's like, okay.
That's how
The
I am.
morning,
I'm
I
more
hate morning time.
I just
used to
don't
be
do
a
bad
morning
breath.
person.
Like, we got to get up and brush our teeth. That's about it. He don't care. I'm like,
I'm
we got
about
to
to say,
brush
I
our
don't
teeth.
care when I'm.
He don't care.
If I roll
I'm
over,
like,
and, if I roll over and it's ready to jump off, I don't give a damn what my breath
that's
smell like.
it.
I'm going at it.
I do.
Time to go. Time to
I don't
go.
care
Just
what mine
don't- just
smell
don't
like
kiss me.
and yours.
Yeah, I don't
Listen,
want
I
none
can
of
work
that.
with that. See, I can work with that.
I don't like
I gotta
it.
kiss you.
I'm
I gotta
like,
kiss you.
I don't want none of that peel and ill.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
turn
we
around.
don't ask me
You
to
know
do
what?
that.
Turn around.
Don't
You ain't
make
gotta
me
see my
talking to the
breath.
mic, because then I got to smell my own breath. I'm not
Yeah.
doing it.
It smell like Similac
I'm
on the
not
ding-a-ling.
doing it.
Turn around. You ain't gotta look at me. Turn around.
Yeah.
Morning, I'm just not meant for
But
morning.
when the breath come, it comes. It's like it
But
comes
yeah,
like that.
it's-
I
come
seen a
around
study
here
and
to
it
be like,
said between 3 and 7 is the time that most people are the horniest.
why?
3 p.m.
3
AM.
Who said that?
3 a.m.
Who said that?
to 7 a.m.
That's why after
Well,
the club
shoot.
is the after party.
I
Yeah,
missed the mark.
that's where that song
'cause
came
I'm
from.
in REM
said
sleep
morning
by
is-
then.
It was
Even in your sleep, you just
Now that might be true for me on
I do
vacation.
know sometimes it do be in the middle of the night. It just things off. Yeah, it just
On
dings off.
vacation,
Yeah.
I'm like that. I be on vacation.
I
I'm
can go to
like,
sleep.
Dudes, we
Wake
wake up
up.
when morning wood, so anytime it's up, we ready. Like, we ain't wasting it, especially the older you get.
Y'all be
You ain't
like,
wasting like, yo, you awake?
How are you?
You awake?
Yeah, I
You
hate
sleep?
that. I don't like that. I hate when Art be like
Turn over.
turning over and try to get up. I'm like, if you don't go somewhere else sleep, I got 10 minutes before I got to get to work, and I'm late.
Nah, I like morning.
I do too.
Yeah, I like
That's
morning.
my favorite.
Yeah, I'm good.
Set my day off.
Oh man,
I be in a good mood all goddamn day.
you know
Walk
what
to work
though?
skimming.
That's the trick though. When you want something, that's what I be putting in that work when I want something.
I think that's everybody.
Oh, you must want something.
No, but after that, about a couple hours, hit him on the phone. I need. Oh, go ahead, babe. What you need? What I'll get it for you. What you want to order? Oh, just go ahead. Use my Amazon Prime. I'm like, just use the card.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, this is when they speak to my love language. It do. Like we said last time, like when
Hit
they
it off,
stimulate
get the
your
call.
mind, like they tell you to do something, like, oh, you should try to do this, or make this your goal for school counseling.
That
Try
should only
this,
work
this,
at the beginning though.
No, it don't.
That should only work at the
in
beginning.
the beginning. I love when
The
he
longer you be married, that shit don't work easy. Like
We've
no
been
more.
married for a while.
Yeah, sex just don't cut it no more when you married.
When
I'm
he
sorry.
stimulate my mind, he stimulate these draws. When he speak to my love language, I be like, I love you. You just bought me some new shoes. Thank you. Oh, you want to buy me the Yeezys? Hi, Daddy. I love it. I'm
See?
telling you, you give me what I want, these legs go open. Oh, you want me to start mom vibes? You just bought me a logo. So I guess that's how I do. It happens with me. You give me what I want, I'm gonna give you what you want.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
He gave you what you want already. You got the ring
but
on
you
your
know,
finger.
you know what's funny? It worked the other way around real well.
That is true.
Real well.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
If you give
give
them what
him
they
want,
that's true.
Yes, sir.
Art always says it don't take much to please a man.
It don't.
It
It
doesn't.
doesn't.
Nope, not at
No.
all. Not
Feed
at
me,
all.
fuck me, leave me the fuck alone.
Yeah,
How about those three things? That's all we need.
that's what they
Feed me,
say.
fuck me, leave me the fuck alone.
That needs to go on a
That's it.
t-shirt. You can be
Right.
you can make millions.
We're copyright.
But that's true. Rel over here laughing. That is true.
It's the straight up truth. Like we don't require much.
And not to be nagged, right?
Not-
Like, that's the
yeah.
main
Yeah,
thing.
and support you. Like support
Yes,
will go a long
support
way.
the
I think
dream.
that's really what men love.
Support go a long way, but it's a time when you gotta cut it.
What do you mean?
Like, for instance, I've known dudes that say they got a dream, they got a dream, they got a dream.
Right.
And the wife
Preach.
support them. But how long you gonna support that dream and then get to a point and be like, love,
You
all
better get a
dreams don't come
job.
true.
Right.
I'm just saying, all
With a
dreams
little
don't come true.
star, your dream is
Like,
pretty
you're
far.
dreaming like 15 years.
Okay, I'm so
You know what
glad
I'm
you
saying?
said that because there is somebody, and I'm not knocking.
always got
But I'm not knocking, because I'm not knocking nobody's dream. But somebody told me I was really shallow for feeling this way. I'm like, yo, at this point, I'm about to start hitting A&R Records or Diddy, somebody, because I'm going to need this person to get signed because you've been trying to be a singer for about 45 years. And it ain't happening, bruh. So, like, I'm going to call P. Diddy. I'm going to add him for you. Like, I'm going to do it all because I'm tired of you clogging up my feed.
See, that's why
with
people
your
got
little
mad at me
dreams.
because of the music and we stopped and everybody's like, yo, why you stopped the music? I was like, we wasn't getting paid.
See, you
Like,
realize.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love doing music. I'll go to the studio and still doing all of that. But if I'm not getting paid for it, like, look, I'm spending money on buying, because you got to buy beats. You got to pay for studio time. So if I'm putting out money and I don't see nothing in return, how long we going to do this?
But some
now
people
it's a
say
hobby.
that, you're like one step away from it actually happening. And when you stop, then,
No, record companies don't want 40-year-olds.
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest.
well,
It's a
that's in
look.
that field. But
if you're trying to do music or whatever, they don't want 40-year-olds. Now, producing and doing beats is totally different.
actresses and actors can get put on at 50.
They can at 40 and 50 because there's a lane for that.
Right.
But most people don't want to hear 40-year-old rappers.
They
I'm
can-
just
Okay,
saying
so
the
if your
can build-
kids don't want to hear
of
that.
being
And they
a
the ones who buy
rapper, a
albums.
singer is more than about 10 years, go ahead and give it up, huh?
And I'm telling you, I could have been famous for real. Because I,
it
could have been
depends.
Megan Thee Stallion because I was ahead of my time. I was
You
rapping
were.
like Megan back in 2000.
Before Lil' Kim.
No, I took it from Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim is what inspired me, and I wasn't
I didn't
doing
know
none of
about her
that.
then.
Yeah, I loved Lil'
I thought
Kim.
you were the first.
No, Lil' Kim was my, like, when I heard her album, I was like, no, I'm about to do this. And I was just using my imagination at the time. I wasn't doing none of that. But I'm like, I think back, I'm like, dang, maybe I should have really pushed that because Megan, and then that's all, and City Girls, that's
But that's
all
a
they
rough
rap
life,
about.
though. You gotta want that life too.
Yeah.
That's not an easy life.
I mean, I'm definitely
Like,
not
I don't-
doing what they doing.
I wouldn't want to be as big as JayZ.
Yeah, me
I
either.
If I
take his
can't walk
money.
down the street without and get mobbed, nah, I don't want to be. I don't
And
want
his
that.
wife just played him on that album. Said it must be your cash because it ain't your face. And she called him a camel. I said, Beyonce.
Did she?
She was talking about him.
You don't say that somebody look like a camel. You know JayZ look like a camel. She did not have to do that to him. I'm
Was they
sorry.
fighting or something?
No, she just so she knew that song was gonna sell millions. That song is good though, thick. But she said, it must be your cash because it ain't your face.
Well, we ain't going to talk about Beyonce like that. Her album is out. It dropped. It is what it is. I'm not going to say it was good. I'm not going to say it was bad.
Because you're a beehive.
Is it good?
I mean,
because I haven't heard
Yeah,
it.
it's
3
good.
songs.
No, it is good.
It's art.
It's
it
artistic. Yes.
It's giving.
Is it the same vibe? That's the only thing
So I
that's
think
the only thing
people
that
are
bothers me about
expecting-
Beyonce.
I think
Giving
people
Solange.
are expecting like, I'm still in love with you, Beyonce.
It's
and this
giving
is giving like
Solange.
No.
I stole your
It is
diary and I went to the studio and I tried to make it mine. It's giving Solange. And
I think
I
Solange
expect
is giving more.
No. Yes,
She does give more.
Beyonce's still giving a little ratchet
Yes,
in this one.
she is.
Because that's what she always gives, but it's just really on a musical type level. It's on like
it's disco fever.
Yes.
2022.
And I love it actually.
but it's given. I'm giving y'all something that everybody else gonna start to do.
Yes.
And y'all gonna love it because I'm
and
being.
y'all are gonna love it. Yeah.
That's what I do. I do it.
I'm saying
and
her
y'all
songs sound a
in
lot
it.
of repetitive to me.
It's a flop.
It all sounds the same.
Everybody bought it though.
That's
I
why.
did, not
I
you
mean, don't
two.
get me
You
wrong.
think they all sound the same?
I
Like
think-
the album
Not
in
the same,
particular.
but they have the similar bass line. Like I listen to it. I don't just listen to lyrics. So I listen to everything. I'm listening to beat, bass line. A lot of her songs are the same, but they change up the beat a little bit, and it's repetitive. Like it is repetitive, and that's what I didn't like. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Beyonce's
like that.
music, but I can't listen to a whole album of
Right.
Beyonce.
I'm the
'Cause
same
to me,
way.
it sounds the same.
That's why I listen to the same 3 songs. Who are
Oh,
you
I
listening
listen
to?
to it yet over and over and over and over.
Who are you listening to these days?
You know what?
By the way,
artist I
Cuff
really
It
like?
is my favorite.
What's
If
the
you
girl
wanna
from
know.
DC?
Ari Lennox.
Ari Lennox.
Yeah, I love her.
Ari, and I still listen to her older album.
She's
her first
good.
album. I like her.
When did you fall in love with hip hop?
Oh, I was like 6.
Who was the first song?
It was. I remember when I was like 6 or 7 years old, and my mother always tell me 2 people used to. She said she wasn't surprised I got into it. Other kids was asking for like bikes and everything. My first request was a Curtis Blow album. Like I was a big Curtis Blow fan. I like LL Cool J. I like Run DMC. But being from Maryland, we didn't hear everybody. So, you know, midnight you'd have to stay up and listen to Frank Ski at night on the radio and record it with the tape deck. For all those young ones that don't know, you had the big boom box and you had to hit the play and record at the same time.
Remember that?
And then you would hear other artists. Like who inspired me to do music was Big Daddy Kane.
Okay.
Before I just loved it. I never wanted to write my own music until I heard Big Daddy Kane. That's when I was like, yo, I want to do this.
Nice.
But I had the wall with all the, we used to have the Word Up right on magazines.
Yes.
And I'd have all my favorite rappers up there. So that I was like 6. I was always into music.
Who you listening to, Kayla?
Beyonce.
Shut up.
I mean, I'm a big Beehive fan, but I
I'm gonna listen to
No,
her
and I'm
album,
not
though.
even a real like I am a Beyonce fan. I love like most of the things that she does, but like I'm not like a Beehive fan. But I do think this was a good album.
They sent me
I
an
think
email.
the placement was great. Like it like literally transitioned perfectly. I was like, oh,
The transitions were good. I give her that. The
the
transitions.
transitions were bomb. I think just it's more than like the music at this point. I think it is like more artistic too. Like it's just not about like the lyrics and like what she's putting out and the beat, like how it transitioned, how it flowed, how it all came together. Like, and then she's speaking on real stuff too.
Yeah, she did do the
So
political
then I'm going to listen
stuff.
to it because I want to hear it then.
She did
It
something.
is
Because-
good, you know. And
I'm
it,
stuck in
I don't
the-
think she's
I'm
ever
stuck in
had
the
a bad
90s.
album.
And
though.
also, I think
can't.
that what attracts me more to her is that I guess like when she came out with what was the last album? Was it
444? Was that her last
444?
one?
I think that was the last
444?
one.
I thought
Where
that
the
was
whole
JayZ's
JayZ
album.
and
It was
all
that
that happened,
Yeah,
that
the
whole
Carters.
thing.
Oh, the elevator
like,
thing?
Yeah, I feel like after that she just became like so real because she talked about all the stuff that her and him went through, and then even on this album, I ain't forget, but I still love you.
think
I
she
still got
trying
a
to-
way
I think
about
she-
you.
I think
I'm
she
still in love with
feeds
you,
on
but
that. I think it's that she know what people want to hear.
Yeah.
Like she know what they want to hear about.
She ain't
And
going nowhere.
No,
Yeah, she's
that's
not
her.
going
If,
anywhere.
if he's a camel, he's her camel.
Yeah.
He's a
she riding that
billionaire.
back.
How you,
Yep, she
how can you
run
leave
that
JayZ? Who you going to go to?
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
Who you
that's
going
what-
to go to?
Well, you said it. You
Who you
said
gonna
it,
go
and I'm
to?
going with it. Well, it has been a pleasure having you here today.
All righty. Thanks
Oh my
for having
goodness,
me.
our time has come to an end, and
the
I wish it
drinks
could
are all
last
gone.
forever. They are gone.
I
So
know, my
we
drink
are
is
going
gone,
to
too.
have to.
I'm gonna fill up.
Anybody
again.
want to fill up a little bit? We're gonna fill up. So, any last words? Anybody want to come with something at the end?
I had fun today.
You have fun today.
I had fun today.
I don't need any more.
I don't
I'm
need no
good.
more.
I'm good.
We just gonna pretend.
Well,
Cheers.
I'm glad
Skip the
you're here
last bit.
because I feel like having a male's perspective on things sometimes is really good. And you know, we love the ladies and we love supporting our women, but we also need to support our men. So I know you had a podcast, you were on one, and I was like, oh yeah, your podcast was dope. I think I was supposed to come there once or twice and didn't make it. But I think that you are an awesome man.
Thank you.
And
Appreciate
not
it.
just because you're my family, but because I just know who you are and where we've been and where we're going,
Right.
where we're at and where we're going.
Right.
So,
You seen all my flaws.
and I love them
From
all,
my
flaws and all.
flaws
So,
and all.
at the end of our, anybody else want to wrap up anything good?
No, I do agree. And even though, like, I don't know much about you, like, I see, again, like, how you interact with, like, your kids. And I come from a blended family. So, like, I respect everything, like, about you that you do. And you, like, raising your kids, your grandkids. Like, I
Thank
think
you.
that is awesome. And you guys do a good job.
2
And your
grandkids.
marriage- Yes, 2
2
grandkids.
boy and a girl.
And your marriage, obviously is amazing. You guys have been together for so long and you keep it together and you understand that, like, you know, things are not going to be always on the straight and narrow. There's going to be
Hell
some
no.
rocks, you know,
But when you're
some hard
committed,
places.
well-
But yeah, you're
Well,
committed,
since
you're
everybody
willing to
giving
make
you
it
your
work.
flowers, I guess I gotta
Hey.
give you them too. It's like, no, you're an amazing man. You're an amazing father, and it has been great watching you grow and thrive. And you and Jen have a very great relationship. It's very inspiring the way you guys interact with each other, interact with your families. And if you are a male, surround yourself with good men like this. You know, it's important that males get that bond too, because Black men or men of color, we really are struggling on the inside. And sometimes you feel like you don't have that person to talk to. But it's important to find yourself a good male that you can just tap in on and
male
get some
friends.
energy and keep doing your thing. We're
Thank
proud of you.
I'm glad that we inspire people with our marriage.
And we got to hang
we
out.
say that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I'm glad we inspire
Oh man, I
people.
was in their ear a lot, me and Nate at one point. Boy, I tell you what, we was trying to hold on. It was like, y'all gonna make it. Y'all gonna make it.
Everybody was in the back like, we are rooting for you. We was like that.
Yes.
So
I'm
y'all got
telling
it.
you,
Y'all got it. 2022
you
goes
know,
to
it's
y'all.
not that, you know, and people say like, oh, a marriage is tough. We make it tough. People
Right.
make it tough. So it's not tough. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
And if you have the opportunity to step up, be that man or that woman, leap out there on faith, love that person, and make it happen. It can happen.
And sometimes
can.
growth is uncomfortable. Sometimes
Yeah.
you're going to have to shift and move. And it's like, dang, I really wanted the last word. But
Well,
the
long-
petty in you's got to stay calm.
long as y'all grow together, because a lot of times I think what the biggest problem is, 2 people grow apart, and because I tell everybody's goals change every 5-6 years. If your goals aren't the same in 5 and 6 years, I think that's when it's the biggest problem.
Realign.
Like, they don't have to be exactly the same,
Yeah.
but it's got to be still in line on what you want to do. If this
Right.
person wants to be a singer and all of a sudden this person want to be a minister, that's kind of a problem.
And
Right.
you didn't know that. Like,
Right.
you never said that. So that's why that communication is key. And it's like kind of, we're going into another topic. That's why it's kind of like a car. You know, when your fixed engine light comes on, you go and get it fixed. And I know I'm very transparent, marriage counseling, they tell you have to have those checkpoints. So every like 2 weeks or something, we check in with each other just to say like, what you doing, how's this going, whatever, is there anything you want to talk about. And that's how you don't let things build up.
That's right. You gotta outside of your kids, because that's where Nate and I think struggled a lot, because we had these kids and we couldn't have no time with each other. So I really just think like I was doing my thing and then he was doing his thing, and then like we never did anything together.
Right.
So then like when I'd be like, you get the kids, you get the kids, and so you have to, you know, the community that you surround yourself with, you have to have people that love you and your family as well.
Right.
Whether it be your in-laws or your parents or your friends, and y'all swap kids for a night
Right.
and do that. Because when them kids leave, y'all stuck with each other.
Yep.
And
you're-
what happens?
Yeah, you
Sometimes
start
when
you
you're
pull
not
apart
together, then when the kids leave, y'all go in two different
and
directions.
your marriage comes
Or you
first.
don't even know how to operate without your
Right.
kids.
Exactly.
Yep.
Well,
And-
COVID broke a lot of people down.
Yeah.
It forced
We
people to
love
get
being in the
together.
house. I didn't
loved
like
it.
being in the house. I was one. I
I
want
was
to be
happy
out.
during
We loved
COVID.
it.
But
I was
COVID
happy.
being
But
in
then
the house
Jen,
really
Jen
did.
works from home, so she worked 8 hours. So
Marriage.
I still got 8 hours to myself.
You had
Marriage
everything.
is what you make it. I used to hate when people say like, "Oh, when you get married, that's going to change." It doesn't have to
doesn't
change.
have to.
Have fun with your spouse, love on your spouse,
Yes.
grow with your spouse.
Yes.
We are going to have I Am Boss date night. We're
Yes.
all going to go out and invite other couples, and we're going to have fun. And Chucky, you're going to be there.
We already
Cool.
started
Jen.
it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Hello. We
I
went to
know,
the comedy
that's-
show.
Now, that's
comedy
another.
show.
Yeah, I
So-
see. We didn't get no invite, so
We're gonna.
lift my
Listen.
empty glass to that.
Lift it.
All right.
All right,
Boss up.
continue to
Boss
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 up.
up.
Until next time.